Hey folks, DJ with the Rob's Cool Garage, and today we're going to be installing these risers. They're made by Well-Built. They're the 8-inch pullbacks, and while I'm at it, I'm also just going to replace the dampeners in it, so that, you know, if they're original, they're probably, you know, getting old and cracked and things. So I'm going to pull those out and just put it. This is polyurethane kit, so I'll put it in there. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that on. Hopefully I won't have to take my handlebars off though. Well, I mean, the mechanics on the handlebar itself. I should be able to just take the handlebar off, lay it down, screw these on, and be done. But we'll see. Alright, we're going to take the headlight and just drop it down so we got better, easier access. Looks like I might be able to get to them, but they might scrape the housing on the headlight. So go over here. We got a lock nut over here, which is I think a 9/16. Let's see if we can't pop that lock nut loose, or lock washer. Lock nut. Oh boy, it does not want to move. Well, I couldn't get the headlight bracket to move, or the headlight, not the headlight itself, the screw. So I went down here below and I'm just going to remove the whole thing. Just let it hang there a little bit. Now we get the headlight out of the way. Alright, what are these? 3/4. So let's see if they come out. Whoa. This one was super loose. I'm gonna have to make sure I put some blue Loctite on that. So I got both of them loose now. I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna, oh, look at that, picked the right Allen wrench first time. We're gonna come up here and take this part off so we can just drop the handlebars off a little bit and hopefully put them right back onto the new ones. Hopefully I don't have to, you know, lengthen any wires or cables. I don't think so. They all come back this way anyway, and that's what I'm doing. So what we're going to do next is, I just took the handlebars off and I had to take a break. I had to stop for a minute, so I'm retaping. I might just be recapping myself, I don't know. But I've got both of these loose. Now it's just a matter of getting them out of there. Yeah. Okay. So that's that. We got the old risers off. I'm going to keep them just in case somebody wants all the original parts someday, or I need to get another bike I want to put these risers on. Now I got to go ahead and get the old dampers out and put the new ones in. So let's do that right quick. There's the metal washers. I believe the new one came with chrome washers. These look like they may have been at one time, but they sure don't look that way now. And there should be some on the bottom. I don't know if I took them both off or not already. Where am I going? Oh, here. Yeah, they're both off. Alright, now probably the easiest way to get this out is to take a punch and kind of pop out the centerpiece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just try to pop these metal pieces out, because I don't know how hard it's going to be to get the whole thing out. So I figure if the metal pipe isn't in there, it'll help pull the rubber off a little bit. Yeah, it's coming right out. So, yeah, there's one. Let's see if we can get the other one going. Yep. There it went. Come on now. Looks like you got cockeyed in there. Alright, that one came off with the bottom piece on still, so that means these top ones should pop right out, and they do. And these are definitely not polyurethane, so I'm guessing they're probably the stock ones. Alright, so these risers I got, or the bushings I got for the dampening is, they're the Arlen Ness model, and they already have some lube on them, so I'm assuming those should pop in this real easy. But I guess there's no guarantee. Yeah, they're not going to go in easy, so I'm going to have to use my attitude adjustment tool. See if I can't pop them in. Or are they too big? Yeah, these are too big. Yeah, these are too big. Alright, well, I guess I'm sending that kit back. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put the stock ones back on because they don't look like they're broken or anything, or you know, cracking or anything like that. So I'll put these back on and return that and get a different kit. Oh, it goes down here. Oh well, I guess we won't be replacing any of the dampers today. But that's how you would do it if you did. Alright, let's get back to mounting the risers again. Yeah, holes meet up good, everything looks good. I'm not sure if the... Yeah, I might have to loosen some other things up first. But let me get the risers put on and then we'll figure that part out. I'm just putting them on temporary right now. I'm going to get this top riser off so I can, not because I mean the risers are on there but they're not, you know, tight or anything. And this uses the same 1/4 inch Allen as the stock did, so that's good. I would say if I had only, so far, just going off of looks, the only thing I would say is that I don't like that they put Biltwell right there on the front. I would, yeah, it showed me that in the picture, but I kind of didn't pay attention to it, and now that I'm seeing it, I wish they would have put it on the back or on the top or something else. I don't want that right in front of my bike. Anyway, just a tiny little gripe. I really guess I can't complain too much. Well, yeah, I can. Pay good money for these things. Alright, so now let's see if we can just get the handlebars up and on there without any major issues. And it looks like the real issues I have are extending this brake line a little bit, pulling it through, there we go, and the 2 wires here. So let me see where those go. Right down into there. Oh, it's pulling it down because of the headlight, apparently. And they're zip ties. Okay, I'm gonna pop those zip ties. They've got 2 wires run together here. One goes to the headlight, and the other goes to this one. So I'm thinking if I loosen these, take off these zip ties, and reposition the wire, and then put them back on, I should have enough space. But we'll see. Alright, I'm going to need to clean my garage this weekend. I can't seem to find anything. So I'm going to have to use these instead of the knife because I don't want to cut into the electrical wires. So, one there. And one there. Alright, that detached the headlight from the other ones. And this one just goes up and around. It's nothing. Oh, it's a turn signal, but it doesn't connect to the handlebars. So now I should be able to just pull these handlebars right up and on. Get them in place. Yeah, I think it looks good. Now I just got to center them on the holes and put the top clamp back on. I don't know how your bars are, but on these there's checker stamping all around it. So I'm just lining up the middle of each one of those with the center of the hole. Alright, well that's what it's gonna look like. I need to adjust my handlebars, but it looks like I've got free range on everything, so I don't have to do anything. Well, there you go. If you have a stock Harley Night Train, and mine had 6-inch risers on it before, and these are 8-inch pullbacks, and if you have the same with the 6-inch risers, you can definitely fit the 8-inch pullbacks without changing out any wires or anything. So let's go ahead and tighten these fork bolt nuts or bolts up. Oh, I was gonna let me put some blue Loctite on those. There we go. That should be more than enough. You definitely don't want those bolts vibrating out while you're riding. Okay, pull this one out and put some Loctite on it. And like I said, I'm just using the blue Loctite. I want to be able to take them off if I ever need to. That red stuff, it'll do you good. Alright, I've got the new risers put on, and fits fine with this riser and these handlebars and cables and everything. Now all I'm going to do is put the actual grips and everything where I want them. About right there, and then tighten it back down. Okay, and there we are. Oh no, see, that's a much better feel. I don't know if you can tell, but I was down here and leaned over about right here actually, and now I'm up here and I can sit up straight and still be on the bike, and everything works perfect. So yeah, I like it. I'm gonna pull this tape off too now. There we go. And they did good. They come right up above the speedometer. Doesn't look like it would ever hit. It's good, I don't know, 4 inches away from it probably. The chrome looks great on them. And now that I see the angle that these are at, I don't see that Biltwell anymore. Well, like I can just barely see it looking here, but from the front of the bike you don't really notice it all that much. So yeah, there it was. I mean, let's give it a start just to make sure, but make sure nothing's pulling, but it definitely didn't look like anything was. Alright, everything works. Nothing's real tight, nothing's binding the steering at all. I think this looks much better, and I think it feels much better. I could definitely deal with this better than the old one. Because now, like I said, I can sit up straight, and I'm not all hunched over into like a V once I'm on these. See, now I can just chill out. Yeah, I got the risers on. Looks good. Didn't have to disconnect anything on the handlebars. All I had to do is cut a couple zip ties down here so that these two wires that come right through the middle hole here, so they could get a little more play. And that was it. Everything else worked just fine. Alright, well, we're done with the new risers. I think it looks great. It feels great. Much better fits my purpose much better than the stock, drag. Well, these are still the drag bars, but with the stock risers. Again, these are the 8-inch Biltwell 8-inch pullback risers. So, alright, well, next what I've got is I'm going to change these lights and lenses out for smoked lens and an LED light. I'm going to put a smoked out tail light on and replace the turn signals in the rear, because the ones that were on here I just didn't like. So yeah, that's what's next. So if you could, go ahead and hit the like button if you like the video, and subscribe to the channel if you aren't. I'd much appreciate it. Catch you on the next one.